Don't you hate it when that happens? Time to pop the hood. What's going on, y'all? Kevin Reese here. If y'all have been in this situation before, which I know probably everyone has, it sucks. So the other day I was leaving work, came out to the car, got in it, was ready to go home after pulling 13 plus hours in the ICU during this whole coronavirus thing. And that happened when I put the key in the ignition, tried to start it. Luckily, I had something that I recommend all of y'all have, and that's a jump pack. So as y'all can see here, this one's been used a while. Pretty cool battery indicator on it. I recommend all of y'all picking one of these up. You just hook it up, jump your car off if nobody's around. So if you haven't guessed it already, this video today is going to be how to change the battery in a 2008 to 2012 Honda Accord. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I've already got the hood popped. I've got it propped up. You come over here, you can see you've got your battery. The red is our positive terminal, which is also indicated by the plus sign right here, as you can see. And the negative is indicated by the minus sign or the negative sign right here, as you can see. It's March 25th, 2020. March 2015, this battery's lasted 5 years. So I've got to give it to this old Autocraft for lasting that long. Most batteries you can get maybe 4 years out of them if you're lucky. 5 years is pretty good. The tools you'll need are very simple. A few box end wrenches should do it. For this side here, you're going to loosen this nut. This is a 3/8. Depending on your vehicle, if someone has changed these before, they may be different sizes. So having a good little tool set is always a good thing. And for this side, I have a 10mm. Same process. Go ahead and put it on and give it a few turns. Once you've got them loosened up enough here where you can turn them with your finger, go ahead and turn them out a pretty good bit. You're going to need this for when you go to put them back on. You're going to have to open these up some to get them to fit most of the time. So as you can see here, you kind of get them loose. And I did, if you see some oil here, you know me, a little PB blaster to go ahead and loosen these up. So once you have them a little loose, you can see you can just kind of wiggle those off of there like that. Kind of push this one down back here in the corner out of the way. Tuck it behind that tray works good. And then come over to your negative, pull it off, get it out of the way. Now you can see I've got some corrosion around here, and I did put some of these corrosion pads on to help combat the corrosion. A quick way to get the corrosion off of your terminals is something very simple. If you pour some Coca-Cola soda on here, it'll eat that off. Also, you can do some baking soda and water, also works. And this is a good tool that you can use to go ahead and clean your battery terminals up, and your posts also if you're just cleaning up an old battery. This is an old tool. You can find these in different styles in various part stores. The way it works, this end right here, as you can see with the wires inside, is used to clean up the post. You just put it on and turn, cleans up any corrosion or trash on them. This side right here, you can see what that would go to for cleaning up the inside of your battery cables. It would work just like that. So go ahead real quick and clean these up. Like I said, they're pretty clean. They don't really require much cleaning. But it's always good to just run those through. Gets off any extra corrosion that's on there. Now you go ahead and you can remove your old battery. And it's always a good idea to pick up your terminal protection kit. So it's got the two little pads here with some petroleum jelly, or battery terminal grease is basically petroleum jelly. So this just helps prevent corrosion on your battery terminals. They got instructions on here for you. So you just clean the battery posts and terminals before you use it. You put the red on the positive and the green on the negative post, and then replace the terminals. And you just use the grease in there to cover the terminal post. Alright, so next thing, just go ahead and drop this battery down in place. Put your red over here on your positive, put your green on the negative. Now with your grease open, just go ahead and apply some here to your terminals. And y'all may or may not have noticed this. When I disconnected these terminals, you always disconnect your negative terminal first, and then you reconnect your negative terminal last. So let me say that again. When they're both hooked up, the first thing you take off is your negative. Then you take your positive off. Now when you put them back on, you're going to put your positive on first and your negative on last. Alright, now as y'all can see here, and you may run into this problem also, but it's real simple to fix. So I've got this bolt as tight as it'll go. You see right here, this is not going to work. You see all that play? Look at that. This is not going to work, y'all. Your car will not start. It may start, but then when it's not starting again, you put a new battery in. This is about 9 times out of 10 the problem is you don't have the terminals tight enough. So what you do in this case, and I actually have another video on that, is how to fix loose battery terminals. But it's just simply putting battery post shims on. And if you look right here, lead battery post shims, Autocraft brand. Got these at Advanced Auto also. I've got an extra one laying around. I just ran in the shop and grabbed it, because I figured one day I'd be doing this again and I would need it. So basically, y'all, if you look right here, this is how it works. Just a lead shim. You can see it's got, you can squeeze it together there, but it just goes right over that terminal, just takes up the slack. So we're going to slap it on real quick. I'll show y'all what it looks like. Alright, so shim goes right on top like that. Now I'll try to open this hole up a little bit. Alright, needle nose work good for that. Y'all can see got this hole opened up some. There we go, and you kind of jam that thing down on there like that. There you go. So now, as y'all can see that, y'all will notice a world of difference here when we tighten this thing back up. See how snug that's getting? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is not going anywhere. So that is how you do it. Now that's perfect. A little more grease on top of this one, since I had to put that shim there, and that kind of up all my space. And it looks like we're having the same problem here, so I'm going to need to pick up another shim for that side. Alright, so before I make another trip back to the store, I wanted to show y'all something real quick. I'm not going to go to the store till later to get that other shim, but you've probably seen this in another one of my videos. Just a little battery tender. I'm going to go ahead and throw this on this new battery, let it charge up some. One of the reasons you want to do that is these batteries sit on the shelf in the store, and if they aren't used, they lose voltage over time. And it's just a little thing, but this will help bring it back up to where it's supposed to be. And it also creates less strain on your vehicle's charging system and your alternator to try to charge up a battery that's already low. And it's just a cool, handy little charger to have. You see it desulfates, it pulsates to keep the plates from getting like sulfate built up on them and shorting out and causing a bad cell. It's got your little battery connection light, lets you know everything's all good. It's just a good overall little charger. Also, just found out my lawnmower battery is bad. I had it on that, and it came up and said bad cell, so it's flashing red. So it lets you know if your battery's good, if it can take a charge, or if it's bad and needs to be replaced. Pretty handy little device. Alright y'all, so back out here, got some top post battery shims. Y'all can check those out. So we're going to go ahead now, I only need one of them, and we're going to go ahead and throw it on that negative. I've had it out here charging, so the battery looks great. On just like your positive side, same thing here on the negative. All you're going to do is just slip this shim over like that. And then with the needle nose, I like to go ahead and kind of open these up some. Like I said, remember loosen this nut all the way. So we'll back this nut all the way out and just kind of open this up some. As you see right now, it won't really fit over it, so you got to get it opened up just a little bit. All right, so I did get out a little hammer here and had to tap this down over the top of it. Even with it loosened all the way up, it just wouldn't go on quite as far down as you need it to. So sometimes you got to kind of, either you can like rock it on. A lot of times you can just like rock it back and forth and rock it on. I used the hammer and just kind of lightly tapped around until I got it down low and seated good. You can see in the edges. And I actually got this 10mm deep wall socket out that I had. So put it on here like that. It made the job a lot easier. Alright y'all, so moment of truth here. Y'all remember last time we went to do this. It was not a good sign. Let's see. Let y'all check it out. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Woo! Now my clock's messed up. All my stuff's messed up now, y'all. I got to fix it all. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I hope that it helped you out if you had to change the battery in your 08 to 2012 Honda Accord. Please hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Kevin Reese.